Oh, I'm just a dirty old sludge ball again. I really do like that the soul of your character, I'm assuming that's what that is just a gross ball of sludge. That's just a nice little setting detail. Wonder if there'll ever be anything down here that I can like access, any sort of secrets right at the start. That would be pretty cool. Alright, I made good use of a bow last time, but let's go with the shield this time. I'm gonna try and focus on that. Get good at blocking. Hopefully I'll get a good shield upgrade too. Ooh, and immediately some secret gold, nice. So, one mechanic I didn't quite realize last time, I vaguely noticed it, but not in enough detail that I felt like I should point it out, was the fact that this game seems to have a Bloodborne-like rally mechanic, where when you take damage, your health bar remains orange for a little bit and then slowly decreases, and if you hit an enemy while it's orange, you'll actually fill up that orange portion. I noticed that I was regenerating health at some points, but I couldn't quite figure out what was causing it. But upon rewatching my footage of the last one, I realized what it was. So, aggression, to some extent, is very much rewarded in this game. And, aw, damn it, I thought that enemy got destroyed by the portal. That'd be awesome if that was a thing. Sadly, it does not seem to be. Alright, immediate secret area. I might want to check that out now. What? Okay, I got a little bit confused as to what was happening there. It's fine though, I only took a little bit of damage. Yeah. Actually, I did say I was gonna go with the shield, but I'm tempted by that dagger down there, but it's 1,000 gold or the curse. Neither of which I feel like paying at the moment, so... yeah, I'm gonna stick with my wood and stick with the shield. Let's see if there's a different challenge to be offered this time. Nope. So it looks like there's only one challenge. At least in the first area here. Maybe the challenges depend on the area that you find the secret in. Let's see how good I can do. Part of the issue is I don't have any, extra skills, which seem to be the key for dealing with this situation, yeah. That was kind of doomed from the start. I really should have just put that off for later until I picked up like a grenade or something. Oh well, that's fine. I ended up taking a little bit of damage, but I still have my healing flask, and the first stage isn't too difficult. So I'm not really all that worried. Let's go with the health again. I like going with health early on just to get that early boost. Take a few extra hits. Alright, let's see what I get as an upgrade. Electric Whip. Wow, the game really wants me to use this thing, doesn't it? And, hold on, what was that ability? Damage dealt ×2, damage received ×2. Interesting. I'm not entirely sure how good of an effect that is for the whip since it's more of a defensive weapon, but maybe it'll help. I mean, hey, it makes the, it doubles my damage output, which means I kill things twice as fast, so it kind of gets rid of the one weakness of the whip. At the cost of making me way more fragile, of course. But now I can cheese enemies to death even more quickly. Another good thing about the whip is its auto-tracking makes it easier to find secret runes in the walls. Ooh, that is an amulet. Damage taken reduced by 30%. That should combine nicely with the increased damage taken from my whip. Help reduce that a little bit. Alright, I have some... Yep, so I just confirmed there that little ground pound thing you can do does damage and stun the enemies a little bit. I have to try and remember to use that more, along with the whole rallying thing. And oh, infantry bow, you're tempting me so, but I need to stick faithfully to my shield. I'm not going to commit adultery here. Let's see what the merchant has for sale. Poison enemies that hurt you. Interesting effect, but aside from the fact that it costs 2k gold, which would wipe me out, that's not exactly useful at the moment, given the increased damage I take. Ruby Amulet is definitely better for the moment. Alright, so I can just head straight on to the Promenade of the Condemned, or I could try to find that alternate pathway into the sewers. Let's go into the Promenade. I'm curious if there's any alternate exits from there that will lead to new stages. 'Plus, it's been a run since I've done that area. Alright, I have 11 cells. Let's upgrade that infinite ammo bow. Not that I'm going to be using it just here. Maybe I should have saved that for another run where I would have wanted to have used a bow, but oh well, too late now. And yeah, I'm super interested in the ice bow, although maybe I should upgrade, unlock more skills. Attracts anything close to it. Ooh, that could be useful for grouping up enemies. Although, it wouldn't be useful with my electrical whip, given the fact that I can only hit one enemy. I'd need a weapon that can hit groups. I'm pretty sure those exist. I've seen footage of great swords. Could also just upgrade the good old ice bomb. Screw it. Let's invest in the ice bow. Maybe I'll use a bow next run and unlock it there. I can't help but wonder, I think I mentioned this before, if forgoing the healing flask gets you anything. That could be something they plan on adding later at some point. Or that will just never be a thing at all, but it might be in already, for all I know. And I've only lost a little bit of health, and I have a healing flask, so yeah. I'm going to ignore it since using it would only help me a little bit. Hopefully I don't regret that later. Hell, if I find a little bit of wall meat or wall veggies, that'll make up for that entirely. And of course there's a secret over here, as there always is. Oh, but nothing inside there now. That's a little bit disappointing. I do hope they increase the random generation a little bit as the development of the game goes on. The fact that there's always that little wall alcove over there, sometimes with a secret, is a little bit disappointing. Like just a little bit of variation on things like that. And have I fought this enemy before? Maybe I did, but aside from the fact that they teleport, they don't really do much, so maybe that's why I don't remember them. They're not all that memorable. Scarecrow, on the other hand, is considerably more memorable. Let's toss a grenade, deal with Gremlin, deal with Teleport Boy, and then Grenade Boy. Okay, I'm good. Yeah, as I've said many a time by now, it's using your skills in conjunction with your other forms of attack. Ooh, damage buffer, that's interesting. That really lets you make headway against the enemies and take them down without getting killed or taking a lot of damage. Ooh, which I failed to do there. I made use of the rally a little bit though. Interesting how long it stays down for, so even if you run out of enemies, you can immediately run to and find some more and regain your health, although I failed to do so here. 2 minutes and 13 seconds ago. Too bad indeed. Closer though than I have been in previous attempts. I'm getting better at going through the stages more quickly. But yeah, it's using your skills in tandem with your primary attacks that is the key to progress here, because as powerful as your blows can be, your primary form of offense is not something you can purely rely on. Unlike, say, a Binding of Isaac, where, for the most part, just focusing on your tier shots with most runs is more than fine enough. And you only want to occasionally pepper in, like, one of your active use items or something. Nope, was that a secret rune? Secret rune it was. With a carrot, thank you. Ah, the whip is so good. I think it might be my favorite weapon so far. Just the ability to cheese things with it. The auto-attacking secrets. Just so good. Okay, so I'm gonna have to deal with that Scarecrow. Which I utterly failed to do. So this is gonna be one of those situations where, because that run was over so quickly, I'm just going to start another one. I tried to hop down through the platform, but I must not have been far enough onto it to do so. Either that or I got interrupted by the enemies. So I just kind of stayed up there like an idiot and got murdered. Oh, alas. Okay, let's pick up the shield again. I'm still gonna try and focus on that. See how this one goes. Okay, so far it's not going so hot. I am getting more opportunities to get familiar with the rally mechanic at least, so there's that silver lining. But really, I shouldn't be taking damage at all. I wonder if there's any bonuses you get if you manage to get through an area without taking a single hit. If not, I'm sure they'd add that at some point. That seems like the kind of thing this game would have. It's definitely very doable to make it through an area without taking any damage. The only reason I've failed to do so far is lack of skill. which I probably won't ever get good enough about, but you never know. See, that's... oh, I was gonna say that's how you make use of that ground pound, but not really. That's how you make use of it. I didn't manage to stun the first gremlin there for as long as I thought, but it still worked out. Wasn't there something over here that I noticed? Yeah, an upgrade. Damage, I'll take that. If I ever do try and do a dedicated run for those hourglass doors, I'd probably want to pick up strength upgrades, since that would allow me to carve through enemies as quickly as possible. Yep, that shield. Hate these guys. They're not too dangerous, but when they're in groups they can be tricky to deal with, and they just take longer than the other enemies to take down anyway. Ooh, damage from projectiles reduced by 75%. I'm pretty bad at avoiding those, so that could be very good. If I get 2k gold by the time I finish this level, I might return there. And let's see what my treasure is. Ooh, grenade, perfect. I could use a skill. And... you know what? Let's focus on strength, why not? Most of the times I've died, my increased health really hasn't helped me, because it's more been like I make a mistake and then I get like just reamed by a couple enemies who break through my health anyway. So if I can kill those enemies faster, that might actually save me more than having the health to survive their blows, which hasn't worked thus far. If that whole babble of words made any sense, then I am incredibly surprised. You know what, let's head to the next level. I might have gone through this one quickly enough that I might actually be able to use the hourglass door. That'd be fascinating. Finally figuring out what that does. Let's see... rapid fires on nearby enemies. Oh, it's a skill. Interesting. Oh, you basically make a turret. Presumably it stays in place. That could be worth making. I should probably start investing towards these so I can actually start with something a little bit more interesting. Yeah, let's put 11 into there, why not? And... again, I'm going to forgo the free heal, just on the off chance that that does something for me. Alright, already back to the promenade. So, I didn't lose too much aside from my kick and gear setup. Then again, it was my kick and gear setup, specifically the electrical whip with that increased damage taken, that probably caused my death. So maybe it was fated I die there so I could have a loadout that is a little bit safer. Let's see, secret and better grenade, better grenade. Let me actually, oh no, they're the exact same in fact, so basically I can use 2 grenades in the same period of time. I don't have to wait for the cooldown because I have 2. Didn't think that would be possible. I figured you'd have to have a different item in each slot. And I get a little bit of platforming trickiness going on that I completely screwed up. I think I did like that ground pound drop accidentally, and that kinda screwed me over. I'm just gonna use my healing flask here to be safe. One annoying thing about running for the hourglass doors, I suppose, is actually making it to them in time. Like, if you don't know where to go, you'll have no idea where they are. I'm assuming, given this game's focus on keeping some elements in each stage the same, that they have the same general location, but I'm not ken to that, unfortunately. And at this point, I've wasted enough time in this area that it's probably locked by now, which is unfortunate, but oh well. I wasn't overly focusing on making my way to that, it was just an idle fancy for this run. I've said this before, but I really love just the sheer amount of control that you have over your character's movement. Ah, see what I mean? 53 seconds ago, if I had bum rushed here from the start, I totally could have made it. Could theoretically make it to the next one as well if I would have rushed to that. But, again, that'll be a more primary, goal for a future run. So I guess your ground slam does more damage if you do it from a farther height. That's interesting. Knife Storm. That is also interesting sounding. So many cool items. I think they, oh, fucking Scarecrow, that's what killed me last time. And it's gonna kill me. Nope, 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 nope. This time. Yeah, if you've watched any of my stuff, you know that I'm very bad at dealing with bad situations like that. Like, as soon as I take a hit, my ability to deal with the circumstance just completely goes out the window. And I just eat a whole lot of shit. Okay, that one was over rather quickly as well. So let's do one more run attempt this time. See if I can't actually make some decent progress here. It would probably help if I actually tried using my shield, which I keep forgetting I actually have. Granted, it's not exactly a good shield, but still. I like that they make it so that you don't actually eat health if you're at full HP, rather than you just automatically consuming the item. That's a nice little, convenience. Ooh, the electrical whip. I'm gonna stick with my dagger just because the damage output is a little bit better, and I think this run, I'm actually gonna try and make it to the hourglass doors. Which basically means rushing through the stage as quickly as possible. I tried to drop through, but I wasn't quick enough, unfortunately. But I managed to rally back most of my health, so it's not too big of a deal. This, however, ooh, this is not a fun enemy grouping, but I took out the most dangerous ones immediately. So that's fine. I want to take out Gremlin first. There we go, and then Shield Boy at the last. Probably should have just ignored him, that took way too much time. Okay, you know what, screw you. Although there's a blood sword up there that I might be interested in picking up. Let's see, yeah, I'm gonna want that. That might help me carve my way through. Slightly worse damage and probably slower swing speed, but the bleed is really nice. Hopefully that's not a mistake picking that up. Oh no, stun. Yeah, I can just hit enemies twice and then leave them to die if they have low enough HP. Take down the bowman first. Alright, I'm just gonna head on when I'm wasting too much time here. Let's see... You know what, let's go with ice grenades. They are probably the most useful skill I've found. I've quite taken a liking to them. Alright, a bow, but again, I kind of want to focus on the shield. Even though if I am trying to go quickly, an extra attack option is probably better. Okay, I think I need to make it to that hourglass door within like 5 minutes, so I have 2.5 minutes left. So I might be able to do it if I actually rush for its location. Yeah, I'm gonna focus on the random starter shield and bow upgrades for now. I'd like to start the runs with something new, rather than the same old, same old. So for the third time this episode, the Promenade of the Condemned. Let's see if I can make it to that hourglass door. Assuming it's in the same location, I have a rough idea of where it is. I think it's around 2/3 of the way through the stage in the underground area. So I'm just gonna speed through the top for now, until I make it a little bit further in. Although maybe it's actually back here. Because I really don't know how far in the stage I am at the moment. That's a little bit hard to judge. I'll get better at it as I go along, I'm sure, but for now, I'm not exactly good at it. I'm just gonna quickly head through here and hopefully find it. Can I, did I take damage? I think I actually had iframes while picking up that item, so that's a little bit of tech you could probably make use of. Come on, hourglass door. No, I don't need gold doors. I only have 2 minutes left. Okay, I'm just gonna head back up to the above ground portion. I don't think the hourglass door is here. Should've just took the vine. Although I'm pretty sure I didn't take a vine to get to where the hourglass door was last time, so maybe I'm mistaken. These are things I'll be more sure of as time goes on. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip past you. I'm running out of time. I have a healing flask, so it doesn't matter if I take too much damage, but these flyers really hound you, don't they? Seriously, they do not give up. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna make it to the hourglass door this time. I think I might have passed it by, in fact, which is incredibly unfortunate, given that's what my main goal for this run was, but it is what it is. So that also leads to the old sewers, which I'm not super interested in doing at the moment. So I'm just gonna leave that be. I'll head to the next main area. See if I can't continue on the normal path through the game and see if that unlocks any new areas. Thank you, ice grenades. You are my greatest friend. Yeah, so too bad on the hourglass door. Oh well. What's down here? You know, I wonder, I'm assuming you have to do direct hits to get the rally bonus, but I'm curious if it might not be possible to get the rally bonus from additional damage effects like bleed. If so, that could be a very potent combination, but that's probably not the case, because I feel like that would be a bit too OP. Oh, bleed really coming in handy there, taking down that enemy at a distance. Alright, let's heal up, I'm close to death. I think this stuff here is just optional, but I might as well explore it. Now that the hourglass door is no longer an option, and it was worthless. Damn it. I don't have the gold for those, and I wouldn't buy them if I did, since they are exactly what I currently have. Procedural generation, my mortal enemy. Yeah, I'm starting to think that the hourglass was back in that previous underground area that I headed out of. Should have just continued with it. I didn't trust my judgment well enough, and I paid for it. Oh god. I thought I had him down stun-locked, but apparently not. He broke through it and did quite a number on my health. That's fine though. I should be near the end of this stage at this point. Although wasn't this the stage where I had to take down that elite enemy, so maybe I'm not in as good of a position as I think. Hey, another skill. Oop. This one should be useful for dealing with that elite enemy if I indeed have to do that. I mean, presumably I could avoid that location entirely since I just need to use the vine at the end, assuming it's the same setup as previously. Yeah, just gonna ignore most of you. The vast majority of enemies can't really follow you all that far. Ooh, a lot of interesting stuff here. So yeah, that's another alternate exit, the prison depths. But I can't use it until I unlock the ability to use the sarcophagi. So let's just head for the normal exit then. To the ramparts. Alright, let's funnel more funds into the random starter shield. I've yet to use the goddamn shield once in this episode. Part of it is that at this point, since I haven't received a shield upgrade, I don't think it would be all that worth doing. Just because shields in this game are not just for blocking, but also dealing damage back to the enemies, and since I have a basic shitty shield from the start, I'm not exactly going to be doing much to the enemies. So I'd like to find a shield upgrade so I'd actually have a reason to try and use it now. But of course that's just random chance. Flashbangs are tempting, but I'm gonna stick with my current skill set. Okay, yeah, so I can't really stun lock enemies with the sword. That's good to know. Alright, that didn't go too well. I might have to use my healing flask sooner than I thought. What do you know? I thought that was a platform. But it's not. It's just in the background. Let's see. I wonder if I've made enough fast progress that I could still use the hourglass door in this stage if I come across it. Maybe. That would actually do a lot to make my day a lot better. Actually being able to do that thing that I've been wanting to do in this game. Assuming I can even get to it, holy crap! These flying enemies are way more dangerous than I thought. I guess because I haven't had too much prior experience with them, since on my previous runs to the ramparts I mostly ignored this indoors portion. At least they don't have much health. Oh, god damn it. Whoa. Seriously, hitting them at least with the regular longsword seems incredibly difficult. Would probably help if I actually used my freeze grenades. Yeah, oh well. And a bear trap as well, why not? Okay, surely there must be something good at the end of this pathway, right? If it's... Oh, I can't actually head through. I need some sort of... Oh, I can just roll through it. Never mind. Yeah, that was a bit of a mistake I made in my haste. Okay, well, I was hoping to actually get to some new stuff this episode, but aside from just familiarizing myself with some new enemies a bit more, I didn't really accomplish all that much. Oh well, that's gonna happen at times. We'll see what happens with my next one. Maybe I'll actually be able to make progress there.